What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to be reviewing Studio Series Voyager class Skipjack from Revenge of the Fallen. Now, before we get right into it, y'all may already tell that my voice is sounding a little bit more different. This is the same Levi, by the way. My voice does sound a tiny bit different, but that is only because sinuses are once again having a field day inside of my lungs, nose, etc. So, just deal with it. That's all I gotta say, really. These sinuses are coming back with a vengeance. They are probably worse than yesterday. It's just, these sinuses are, they're doing numbers. They're not doing good numbers, but they're doing numbers. So I'm gonna make this a fast review because me talking is stirring up the sinuses. I don't know what is happening to me. So this is Voyager class Skipjack from the Constructicon lineup from Revenge of the Fallen. This is going to be part 2 for those of you that want to go in chronological order. My goal is that I want to go from simplest up to the more complex ones. Like, you know, what I deem transformation, articulation, paint job, all of that. So, apart from Hightower, Skipjack is definitely the more simpler one. His transformation's probably about 5 steps. It's not a lot of effort, so he is the next one in line. So let's get right into this review. Now, before we get into this review, because I keep on forgetting things, I actually do have a couple of pieces missing of this guy. For one, this little pad that you get to make him stand up, there was an extra little, stupid thingy, little panel right here coming out. But sadly, I've lost this. It doesn't mess it up at all. He still stands up perfectly. But that is just one of the things I've been missing. And then I lost somehow, I lost both of his guns that are supposed to go, like, right here. But in bot mode, they go into his hand. They don't add a lot. And they were more annoying to me than anything. Because every time I moved him, they just popped off. So they're not that big of a deal. They're not necessary for combined mode. So if you see other reviews that have that, just remember that it's because I do not keep track of little things. And sadly, before I started keeping track of little things, this was a time period where I had lost them. So, yeah. Let's get right into the review. So, basically, this is the Skipjack Voyager. He comes in 2 colors, yellow and red. The other one is called Rampage. And he is the one that, in the movie, got his arms ripped off by Bumblebee and beat to death with his own arms. So, that's always interesting. I decided that I wanted to get Skipjack because I liked Rampage in the movie and I liked the red, but there was just something about the yellow Skipjack. I just thought it looked awesome. So, let's just start with this. I mean, there is a lot of molding on this guy. I mean, there is not a bit of plastic or space that has not been casted in wonderful gloss black and a wonderful silver. I mean, even the yellow is just like a nicer shade than what Hightower had, I would say. I think Hightower was a little bit lighter. I'm not sure. Oh, smack my camera again. Not sure. We'll do some review time, but every bit of this is just wonderful to look at. I mean, compared to Hightower, man, the design of it is awesome. I absolutely love this, literally, Skipjack. You know, I mean, he's going to skip around because he only has one leg. I mean, he's going to be shooting up and bouncing around. I mean, animating this would be a nightmare, though. That's all I'm going to say. But, he's really cool. I mean, there's a lot of... Let me just spin him around again. There's a lot of really cool designs on this guy, I would say. I mean, this is one of those that I end up just kind of looking at because they look like a masterpiece figure. I mean, this is just really, really, really cool. I would say the only problem I have with this is that I wish that, hold on, let's spin him around again. I wish that this right here could kind of compact. I wish that they would have made hinges right here maybe to where it could fold over. I don't know, I don't like this big old thing right here. I mean, it's not the worst. From the front, it doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. But from the side, it kind of messes up for me a little bit, just tiny. I just don't like it as much. But, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, that's like the only piece of kibble on here, really. Everything else is intended as is. So, let's get right into the articulation. So, well, before I do, let's talk about this wonderful head sculpt. Out of all of the Constructicons, this is probably my favorite head sculpt, apart from, like, Mixmaster or probably Overload. This guy is just such... Like I said in the last review, And this is going to be a common theme amongst these guys. They have a face only a mother could love. But somehow I still love it. I mean, this head sculpt is just sick. And also, like I said in the last review, they all seem to have like this serpent look going on. I think it's very prevalent in Skipjack, and definitely in the way that his neck articulates. So let's get right into articulation. So his head is on the ball joint. Now, in the last video, I did mention that I feel like that Hightower should have had a joint like this somehow. I think that it would have added a lot to Hightower if he could have had a little bit more head articulation, but it's okay. This is a Voyage class, that's a deluxe. I'm just going to take it where I can get it. So, and Skipjack has it. So, he does have, let's just go on here for a second. He does have a hinge right here and a ball joint right here. So, because of this hinge being deep inside the neck, without messing with the ball joint, it does allow you to get a very nice left or right view, and it really does allow you to get a really nice left view. So that's really cool. Then because of the ball joint, does allow you to look a little bit up, about that much. Also because of the ball joint, it has a very deep cut about here. So you can get him looking pretty much all the way down, which is pretty cool for when he could be looking at Sam. And then there is a joint right here, so this can all look down. So you could definitely get some really gnarly looking poses here. This guy is definitely one of the more fun ones when it comes to the head, but everything else is kind of meh. So, because of his design, I did not think there was going to be a lot of articulation, because obviously he doesn't have, like, feet and stuff, so I get it, but I feel like the arms could have been done a little bit better, I would say. I mean, I know that they were probably straight out like this in the movie. I haven't seen Revenge of the Fallen in quite a while. I actually recently rewatched it, but I do not remember Skipjack. I don't know how that happens, but I just don't. I remember Rampage and all that, but I don't remember, like, if their arms bent. I don't know. So, let's just get into articulation here. So, sorry, the sinuses are attacking me. Due to this joint right here, due to transformation, this entire assembly is on a butterfly joint, so it can move all the way and will actually tab in about there. But this is all a butterfly joint, it can go in that much. You do have an articulation right here, so this is going to be the arm, and it's going to go up about that much before this starts getting in the way. If you move it out of the way, though, you still get the same amount of range. So, then down here at the arm, you do have I guess this would be considered like a bicep swivel, I think. I don't know. But you do get a swivel that can go all the way around. Very smooth. Pretty tight on mine. So you can definitely get some pretty neat poses with that. And then down here, we do have a lot of articulation. Well, this thing is fully articulated. You have a hinge right here. You have a hinge right here. And you have a hinge right here at the base. So you can get his little track thingies looking whatever. Usually I like to just do it like this. It looks like they're flaring up. And then let's go the other arm for a second. Over here, you do have quite a bit of articulation. This is going to take a second to explain. You do have a hinge right here, which can go all the way back, all the way forward. I mean, you do have a lot of freedom with this hinge. And then he has a finger hinge, I guess, like a talon maybe. Same thing on this side. It can go all the way around practically. Not all the way, but a majority of the way. And you do have a finger hinge right here at the base. Very, very cool. Allows him to hold stuff. Very, very neat. And then down here, you do have a open and a closed look. You can have the finger moving that much, or you can move it right here and move it out. I leave it out because it looks cooler. Want him to be grabby stuff. You do have a hinge right here due to transformation, and you do have a finger hinge. So you can definitely get into a lot of poses with this guy, I would say. So as you can see, we do have a lot of articulation in the arms, which is really cool, but down here, we do not have as much articulation. I wish that there would have been a joint right here. I mean, like, let's just take this off for a second. So in the movie, he would jump around. You can't really get a good jumping unless you do something like, yippee! I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird weird design choices, and I wish there would have been a little bit more articulation. But he is going to be the foot of Devastator, so I understand that he needs to be solid, and if they left a hinge here, considering that this is the combined port, there probably would be a problem, so I get it. And you know, I'm just going to skip over this portion of it, because I'm going to be talking about this pivot right here probably a lot during the complete Devastator review, so give me about a year, because that's probably how long I'll need to get scrap metal and long haul. But basically, you just have a ratchet joint right here, which I'll turn it real quick because it sounds really nice. Yep, free ASMR, there you go. Oh man, these signs are getting me. Anyways, though, so he does have a pretty good bit of articulation. I mean, like I said, I wish that there would have been a little bit more, to say the least. But you know, it's okay. I mean, what do you get when you combine a construction vehicle with a snake man? So, not the end of the world. Now let's do a couple of comparisons. Here he is next to Deluxe Class Hightower. All right, as you can tell, the serpent look is a common denominator. Here he is next to the full body, the full upper torso of Devastator. Here he is next to him. Alright. And for some random reviews, because I still haven't had any new figures on my desk, here he is next to Skybound Optimus. Pretty cool. And for the last and largest review, probably, here he is next to the Transmetal Legacy Megatron. Still a whole lot taller. So there's a lot this guy has to offer. He's pretty cool, and his transformation is very simple. Now, I'm not going to go very in-depth on this, because, I mean, there's a lot of reviews out there. Future Levi here. My phone bugged out and lost the entire transformation section and their review of the alt mode. So 9 out of 10 bulldozer mode. Pretty cool. Hate that happened. So that is it for his vehicle mode. Let's quickly get into combined mode because my phone is messing up on me. That's fun. Combined mode, you're basically just going to pull this part up just right here. Kind of collapse that down. About like that, I would say. About like that. Then pull this whole assembly up. Push this wheel down, and you're done. That is it. Like I said, a very simple combined mode. And I'm glad that they did it like this because it allows it to be very well done. Because that looks like Devastator's foot. But not compromise the bot mode. Really, or compromise the vehicle mode. So I think they did a good job on this. So let's do a very quick size comparison to see what has happened here. Here he is next to Skybound Optimus. Here he is next to Hightower in his bot mode. And here he is next to the Devastator body. Alright, so that is going to be it for my Hightower review. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video. And I hope that by the next one, my sinuses aren't absolutely destroying my lungs. Because I would like to be able to speak like a normal human again. So, hope that y'all have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video and you find yourself regularly coming to the channel, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be seeing y'all next time. Bye.